welcome to La Settima Arte, here on Check the Gate. La Settima Arte, the seventh art, is the art of cinema. And it's my great pleasure today to invite wonderful actress Federica Fracassi from Italy to our show. Okay?
Yes, quite okay. As I told you before, I'm here from Milano. I'm very proud to send hugs to you from this town now.
Thank you. Same for us to you.
At first, when I was very little, I was 4. As a matter of fact, I would like to be a ballet dancer. There was another musician yesterday that told you something about that, and
Yes.
singer. And so I forced my aunt to call for schools and so on. And I attended a school in my little town for 10 years. But while I was dancing, I understood that my body was not perfect at all for ballet dancing, but that I loved the feeling of the stage. And I also loved literature very much, to read books. I was a very shy girl. And so in my mind, it was like a mathematical, okay, dance and literature, theater.
Great.
And like that.
So we say the seventh art, it is about the movies, but I know you're also a great actress on stages, on theater stages,
Yeah.
which is another art, because we should not forget at this point that movie is not just making a film out of a theater. It's a different form of art.
Yeah.
So for you, what is the difference when you do your live performances on the theater stages compared to your performance in front of the cameras for the movies?
So there are a lot of differences. Of course, we could say that on stage you use your whole body, but you use it also in front of a camera, but you have to be aware that the camera watches every little particular of your face, of your so it's a very different expressive way, the way to use the expression of your body and of your face. And then the time, because of course in theater you could be like it's like a marathon, much more. I mean, you start, and even if you can leave an hour and a half, 2 hours. You know something about that. And in front of a real audience, in presence, you are experiencing something with other people. While in front of the camera, of course, you are not the chief of the stuff, because then directors and everything comes and puts your work together.
So for me, what was always very interesting, and I was always thinking about that, when you actually study a role, so when you really get inside of that character, you become that person. How much does that interfere, becoming that person, your real life in person?
I think for me, it's not the same for everybody, but for me, it's quite the opposite way. I mean, I try to give my characters something of me, because otherwise I cannot go in a relationship with the character. I mean, I don't know how Eva Braun was psychologically or whatever, but I try to give something of me, because we are full of colors, of sounds, of everything, of feelings. And then, of course, so that would be my Eva, my character, everything. And then, of course, in life, I keep something. If the character is very strong or very suffering, sometimes for an hour after the show, I live with it. But then I forget it.
So actually, you are the one who's giving the personality inside of the character to make it alive, right?
Yeah, in a certain sense, yes.
Okay, so now because this is a new format also for me, and from now on, the actors will take care of this format. But I have some very quick questions for you. So if you can just answer yes and no, please. The
Wow.
first is, so the first one is, your hair is very beautiful and very distinctive for your character. I saw you live on stage in Milano, so your hair really plays a role also for your characters. So would you cut your hair off completely for a role?
Yes or no? Today, no. Let's say no.
Today, no. Okay. Okay, good. You get an offer for a great production in Hollywood. You have to play a Russian spy. The only condition is you have to learn to speak fluent Russian in 6 months. Would you
Yes,
say
yes,
it?
yes.
Do you sing live on stage?
Sorry?
Do you sing live on stage?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, you do. Okay. When you replay your theaters, so let's say you have studied one role for the theater, and then you're going on tour, so you're playing it for 100 times. Is it for you on stage always a recreation of the role, or is it just a functioning way that you studied that role and you try to do your best every night?
No, it's a recreation. Yes, I have to leave, otherwise it's too boring.
Okay, so we know who follows you that you're a very brave artist and actress. When you're on stage and you get completely naked, is there, besides the acting, physically something involved which connects you that you are completely exposed as a body?
Yes, I feel exposed, but for me it's not a question of shyness. I'm much more shy if I have to sing, I tell you.
Okay. Very interesting. Very interesting. Okay, wonderful. So let me see. I have another thought about for us artists in general. So for me, it's a great opportunity also to share this with another performing artist. When I read this quote, I thought I have to ask you this. Henri Matisse said, "He who wants to dedicate himself to painting should start cutting out his tongue." So my question would be for you, how much would you sacrifice yourself in order to becoming the most high-level artist in your genre you can imagine?
I would like to sacrifice almost everything, because I know that artists for me are like priests, or it's a mission or something like that. And of course, I like it, so it's not such a sacrifice. But I know that it's a quite different way to look at the world. So,
but when we say before, for example, you have to cut your hair, and you said no.
No, I said no for another reason, for artistical reasons. No, you could do that without cutting, but if it's the only way, I'll cut my hair.
Okay, perfectly answered. Thank you. Now we have some questions for the audience. Alex from New York, what does Glenn Close mean to you?
It's a great artist, Glenn Close. It's great because, of course, I started to watch her when I was little, and she was different from other women. I mean, not just the super beautiful, anonymous sometimes face, and she's very strong and really good in acting. So it's a star like others, few, but that I love.
Yeah, she's amazing. Yeah. Peter from London, for an actor, what it is for you the purpose of acting?
The purpose of acting is to get connected with people at an emotional level. I really love to share emotions with people, and when people talk to me and write to me saying that, it's for me happiness.
Okay. And one more, which is Alexander from Vienna. do you want people to see and feel your art the same way you are doing your art? So I guess what he means, I received this on a private message, is that when you're doing actually your art, that what you put as an effort and inspiration in your art, do you want this also that the audience feels the same way, or you want to present a picture of your art the audience can connect to? So is it you, identification, or the art itself?
It's I think that it's the art itself, in the sense that we have a dialogue. So I can, of course, it's important that the audience could have an impression of what I want to say, but it's also as much as important that they can think about something else, or interpret it in another way. So
Sure,
art
okay.
wins, I think.
Perfect. It's beautiful. Okay, so you said you have a special treat for us for the end of the show. As we always in Check the Gate in the end, give something to our people who are watching. We are very happy to. So what have you prepared for today?
So I have prepared a poem by Mariangela Gualtieri, who is one of my favorite, one of the maximum Italian poetesse, poets, and I'll read it. It's about love. It's about the importance of love, of kindness, and I think it's very important now in these moments. And I'll read it in Italian and then in English for you.
Thank you so much.
Ok. Sii dolce con me, sii gentile. È breve il tempo che resta. Poi saremo scie luminosissime. E quanta nostalgia avremo dell'umano, come ora ne abbiamo dell'infinità. Ma non avremo le mani, non potremo fare carezze con le mani, e nemmeno guance da sfiorare leggere. Una nostalgia d'imperfetto ci gonfierà i fotoni lucenti. Sii dolce con me, maneggiami con cura, abbi la cautela dei cristalli con me e anche con te. Quello che siamo è prezioso più dell'opera blindata nei sotterranei, e affettivo e fragile. La vita ha bisogno di un corpo per essere tu, sii dolce con ogni corpo. Tocca leggermente, leggermente poggia il tuo piede e abbi cura di ogni meccanismo di volo, di ogni guizzo e volteggio, e maturazione e radice, e scorrere d'acqua e scatto e becchettio, e schiudersi o svanire di foglie fino al fenomeno della fioritura, fino al pezzo di carne sulla tavola che è corpo mangiabile per il mio, tuo ardore d'esser qui. Ringraziamo ogni tanto. Sia placido questo nostro esserci, questo essere corpi scelti per l'incastro dei compagni d'amore.
Wow, it's amazing.
Be gentle with me, be kind. Little is the time we have left. Then we will be trails of pure light, and so nostalgic of the human, the way we now are of infinity. But we will not have hands. No longer we will caress with our hands, nor cheeks to stroke softly. Nostalgia of the imperfect will swell our glowing photons. Be gentle with me, handle me with care, me and you too, with the caution reserved to crystals. What we are is more precious than the contents of an underground vault, and made of fragile feeling. Life needs a body to be, and you be gentle with everybody. Touch lightly, and lightly plant your foot, and take good care of every mechanism of flight, of every swish and spin, every ripeness and root and rush of water, all dashing and pecking and unfolding or fading of leaves, right up to the formula of the flower, to the piece of meat on the table, body become edible, for your, my daring to be here, Let us give thanks every now and then, and may our being here be placid, our being bodies chosen, partners in the fittings of love.
It's beautiful, Federica. Thank you so much for sharing this with us. I'm very touched now. Still, I have to announce
Yeah.
what will be next, but
Go on.
I don't want to destroy the atmosphere, but it was really beautiful. Thank you for sharing this with all of us. You see also the audience writes beautiful. So our next show on Check the Gate is at 10:30, and it will be another episode of Virtuosi. And this time, our wonderful Ken Reis has invited the great Italian pianist Alessio Bax, and they will talk again about the life as a virtuoso and the story of life, which is sometimes behind those careers, the most fascinating behind what they play on stage. For everybody in front of your little phones or the iPads or your computers, we thank you very much that you were with us today.
Thank you.
And please share Check the Gate. This is the place where we share art to artists and to you, and exclusive, and we will continue with this for you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Check the gate.
Check the gate, remember.
And it's good gate and move on.
Yeah.
Yes, move on.
Thank you, bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Ciao.
Ciao, ciao.